Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everybody. We're going to go over a problem that has basically infected Hollywood. And it started in a while back, even before 2016, which just basically, but 2016 is basically where it all took to a head. Yes, this is going to have a little bit of politics, because it's part of the problem in this. And it's basically about the actors and how they're mistreating their fans. Chris Evans, Sophie Turner, Kit Harington, many other actors and actresses are basically forgetting that people look up to them. Chris Evans basically can't be friends with anybody who supports Trump. A difference of opinion and a difference of who they support is enough for Chris Evans to act like a whining child and automatically cut ties with anybody who supports Donald Trump. I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. I have friends who are Democrats who lean left and whatnot and support other people. I don't cut my friendship ties with them. But yeah, he says that people who support Trump are evil and this and that. He's one of those idiots. Then you got Sophie Turner for the whole Game of Thrones petition thing. The petition was silly, but it was not even meant to do a whole remake of the 8th season. It was meant to tell people like Sophie Turner and them, Benioff and Wise, that people were not happy with the way they went with it. People were not happy with the way they took a show that these people were very invested in, money-wise and otherwise, and you basically threw it to shit. You also got Kit Harington, before the Game of Thrones 8th season even came out, said, I don't give a fuck what critics are going to think of this 8th season. Apparently he probably knew that it was going to be controversial. But this is the thing. They're being very disrespectful to their fans. Chris Evans also basically said he doesn't care if he alienates half his fans. Well, you also got people like Jim Carrey, who is basically gone way off the deep end. Holy crap, did he go off the deep end. He has literally went psychopath. And he paints the most grotesque things of people on the right side of politics. The right aisle. Not left aisle, right aisle. And he's a far leftist and whatnot. I mean, I don't care what their political leanings are, but it's what their actions are that is immature, that I find distasteful. I mean, they can do whatever they want in their personal lives, but when you are putting yourself in the public eye and doing or saying all this stuff, attacking fans, saying very threatening and grotesque things about politicians, saying you don't care about your fans and this and that, have you all forgotten who puts food on your table? You need fans in order to get the support you need to further, in order to further get parts in movies and whatnot. Sophie Turner, basically her outburst against fans, saying that they were disrespectful for making this petition, has a movie coming up called The Dark Phoenix. It's the X-Men movie that she plays Jean Grey in, and The Dark Phoenix. Well, a lot of people have basically said, we're not going to watch your movie if you're going to insult us. Kit Harington, I don't know what other parts he's been into. He played Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. Him saying he doesn't give a fuck about what critics say. That's a direct quote. I don't give an F about critics and what they think of it. Well, he kind of showed his immaturity by saying this. Chris Evans with his, I can't be friends with Trump supporters, and Tom Brady and plus because they support Trump. he's a great actor, but he is a shit human being. It's not because he's politically different from me or from anybody else. It's because he can't show the maturity to agree to disagree and still remain friends. You got her Jim Carrey, who's just went nuts after the 90s and has been on a decline ever since. You have many other examples, but these are the top 4 that I can think of, where they, actually no, Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter, growing up playing Harry Potter, then played in Horns and other movies and plays and whatnot, he was a good actor. The kid had a talent in Harry Potter. He was a good actor. But because somebody had, or he was going to root for the Rams in the last Super Bowl or whoever it was because Tom Brady had the MAGA hat on. It's like, dude, what the fuck does American politics have to do with you? You're freaking British. Who cares? You're going to hate people because they support Trump or something? My God, man. You lose respect for that stuff when you pull that crap. And all this identity politics nonsense where everybody has to be very divisive with identity politics, intersectionality. It's where you're literally dividing people into categories. Dividing, divisive. You see what I'm saying? When actors and actresses do this stuff, they are being toxic because they don't want, or they want representation of stuff and normalization of stuff that's already been represented and normalized for 20 plus years. The whole LGBT thing. It's like, oh my God, will you guys just give it a rest? Why can't you just be like Keanu Reeves? This man doesn't give a hoot about politics because he's not from here. He's Lebanese. But he doesn't care about politics. He cares about the fans. He gave up a paycheck on one of his movies and gave the stunt crew and whatnot freaking motorcycles. This man also states, as long as the fans want John Wick movies, they're going to keep making more of them. This guy is so dedicated to stuff. When a plane that he was on got pushed off or delayed, he gave the people who were on that plane with him a free freaking, or he played tour guide with these guys. What did Chris Evans, Brie Larson, even her with her toxicity? Oh God, I'm not even going to get into her. I've already covered Brie Larson. But the rest of them, Jim Carrey, he doesn't do anything for fans. He doesn't do any charity work as far as I'm concerned, or not concerned, but as far as I know. If I'm wrong, feel free to prove me wrong in the comments. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Maybe he does do charity work. But he's also a very toxic human being. Chris Evans, very toxic human being. Yeah, he may do charity work here and there, kids' hospitals and stuff. But what would those kids think if they realized that he can't be friends with anybody who supports Trump? What if he goes into a children's hospital and the kid is wearing a MAGA hat? Is he going to turn around and say, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Nope. You know what? That would be really fucked up. Yes, I'm going to swear in this one. You got all these toxic people. Look at Rosa Salazar. She is also a very great actress. She's also a great person, too. Alita was, or after the movie Alita, they helped a teenager who has no arms with bionic arms. They got her measured for the arms and everything, and they gave them to her as a gift. Robert Downey Jr. did the same for a kid with one arm. He has an Iron Man arm now as he's growing up and whatnot. That was a gift, and it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to do. These are actors that are great actors. So yeah, not all of Hollywood is toxic, but many of them have become toxic. And they gotta stop with this nonsense. Stop allowing politics to influence your actions towards your fans and in public. Because otherwise, you're just going to alienate your fan base. Half of it anyway. Because there's always going to be half and half when it comes to politics. So my message is, stop with the politics and just be like Keanu Reeves. Listen to your fans. Listen to their feedback. Do things that are good. Don't get into all the nonsense. Be nice to people, regardless of their differences from you. Be respectful. Stay friends with people, even if they don't agree with you politically. Otherwise, you're going to act like a little child. You're regressing to your 5-year-old mentality. This has been the video, guys. If you like what you saw, smash the like button. Get this video out there so that maybe they might listen to it. You never know. I encourage people to actually take the link of this video, put it on Chris Evans and the other actors and whatnot that I mentioned earlier. Let them know that some of this stuff is not okay with what they're doing. I understand they have the freedom of opinion, but still, some of your actions are just childish. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a good one.